Hello, everybody. Welcome back to YuGiOh Stories. And today we're going to be wrapping up the story of the World Legacy. So, to kick it off, we last ended on the Orkest story. And previously, our boy Crusadia Draco, or whatever you would like to call him, he died because of Galatea using the power of the World Wand and the Orkest Babel and launching a beam that was meant to kill Avramax along with not Avramax, Maximus, and Spatha, but Draco got in the way to save them. So when he died, as you can see over here on the right card, World Legacy Guard Dragon, his soul was being absorbed by something, which I believe to be the World Legacy World Arc. So I found this on the Yu-Gi-Ohpedia, so shout outs to them. The activation of the World Legacy World 1 caused the final World Legacy, the World Arc, to start up. By its power, all the world legacies were reborn as guard dragons, and the battle to determine the fates of the world at last began to head its conclusion. So the World Legacy World Arc took in some of the Crusadia Draco's soul, and so was born Guard Dragon Arm Drake. Like you can see here, he's still green like Crusadia Draco, but there is like black forming around him. And so all the world legacies began turning into guard dragons. The second one was the World Legacy World Chalice, which turned into to Guard Dragon Justicia. And these were the first two Guard Dragons to be born, Andrake and Justicia. Next was World Legacy World Armor, transformed into Alpi. World Legacy World Shield turned into Pisty. World Lance became Agrippane. World Legacy World Crown became Garmides, I think you pronounce it. And the World Legacy World 1 transformed into Prometheus. Now, with all the three guard dragons at the hand of the Orkest, and with Galatea have just defeating Crusadia Draco, Ningirsu thought it would be a perfect time for Galatea to resurrect Dingirsu's dead sister, Ibli, or Lee, or whatever you want to call her. So he brings her to Galatea, but instead of Galatea reviving her, she just absorbs her and transforms into Orkest's nightmare. She's like super powerful at this state, and right away she takes the dragons that were already under their control and fuses with them and turns into Nightmare Incarnation Idli. Now she's way too powerful, so she starts gathering all the dead remains of the crawlers and makes them all into one giant crawler known as Deus Ex Crawler. And then she takes Guard Dragon Armdrake and completely turns him evil, creating World Legacy Guard Dragon Mardrake. Now, at this time of desperate measure, the Crusadia and the Orcas decided to team up to fight these three giant behemoths because they knew alone they could not defeat them. So, Dingirsu and all the armies weren't strong enough to take him down. So, I'm sorry, not Dingirsu, Longirsu had to bring out his final weapon, Dingirsu, the Orcus of the Evening Star. Thanks to this new power with the new Orcus machine, they were able to defeat Deus Ex Crawler, and they were able to knock out the World Legacy Guard Dragon Mardrake long enough so that he wouldn't stand in the way of them defeating Astro Nightmare Idli. But alas, Idli was too powerful and broke most of Dingirsu's armor. All that was left was his lance. So she charged in to attack Longirsu, and at the perfect time, Longirsu used the lance of Dingirsu and attacked Idli long enough to knock her out. And at this moment, Guard Dragon Justicia came in and took the unconscious body of Ib. Together, they merged, and Ib transformed into Ib, the World Chalice Justiciar. So the once known dead Ib has now come back to life and is fused with the Guard Dragon Justiciar. With all this power, she goes to the remaining Guard Dragon Arndrake, the evil Guard Dragon, and transforms him back to his original state, making World Chalice Guard Dragon Armaduke. Now, earlier, all the world legacies were turning into guard dragons. This created something crazy to happen. World Gears of Law Demergy. So I probably slaughtered that name. But this thing, the World Gears of Regalia, as known in the OCG, was born and threatened the whole world to end the whole world. At this moment, the Crusaders got together, along with Ib, along with what's his name, Armadrake, I think his new name is, and the soul of MEKK-KNIGHT Blue Sky, and they all came together and rallied to give Maximus all the power they could give, creating MEKK-KNIGHT Crusadia Avramax, along with the Crusadia Crawler now being, I don't know if you want to call it his shield or something, but that's definitely Crusadia Crawler right there. So Avramax goes and dives straight into the World Legacy Gears or whatever you want to call it, and is ready to fight. And he goes and dives, but instead of fighting, he actually goes inside of the World Regalia, and what he finds is some lady. So this lady, we're not really sure who she is, but if you look at her ears right here, it seems that this lady is actually Lee, the World Chalice Fairy, and she's also one of the scientists who was working on the first MEKK-KNIGHTS. So it seems here that she's inside of World Regalia. And now if we read the card text, the card effect. So sorry, this is from like the new set coming out, Rising Rampage. So we don't have it translated here yet. But it says you can only use one effect. Send one link monster your opponent controls to the graveyard, or banish 7 World Legacy cards from your graveyard and add Cyber's monsters from hand. So like I said, I got all this info from the YuGiOh wiki. Inferring from this card effect, Lee must choose to either fight her friend, which shows in sending Link to the graveyard, or wipe out all the World Legacies she has been collecting, banishing 7 World Legacies, and merge with MEKK-KNIGHT Crusadia Astrum, and become Avita, the dual World Crafter. So, obviously, Lee was traveling with our heroes, and she chose to actually fuse them instead of killing him. So World Gears and MEKK-KNIGHT Crusadia Avramax combined to become this. So, as you can see, it is clearly Avramax because they're holding the same sword. And the thing about Dual Crafter Avita, she is very, very similar to Sophia the Goddess Rebirth. And as previous stories goes, like all the Hidden Arsenal stories goes, when Sophia appears, she completely resets the dual terminal world. So, with Avita being born, I think this shows that this is the final part of this story, and Avita will reset the dual terminal world. And in the next set, we're probably gonna get a new story, or we're probably gonna get the last cards of these stories. But that's how pretty much the story ends. Thank you guys for watching. Sorry that it was so anticlimactic that the ending is just MEKK-KNIGHT, Avramax, along with the World Gears combining and resetting the world. But maybe we will see more of this story in the future sets. But as of now, this is all I have for you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will be doing a complete series of the whole World Legacy, World Chalice story. So stay tuned for that. But if you guys like this type of content, make sure to like, make sure to hit that subscribe button. And of course, I'm going to be trying to bring you guys the other stories of the previous Yu-Gi-Oh cards, like the Hidden Arsenal stories, and I've been working on the Luster Pendulum story, so that one's really good too. But like I said, if you guys want more, subscribe. I read all you guys' comments. Your comments is what keeps me wanting to make more videos. And Yu-Gi-Oh stories signing out. Peace.